What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, I'm gonna give you guys a quick urgent market update as Bitcoin has obviously taken quite the tumble. So I'm making this emergency Bitcoin update to keep you guys in the know about what's going on with Bitcoin. Where do I see the price going? Are we gonna come lower? Are we gonna get a big bounce here coming up soon? We're gonna look at some key levels I'm watching. I'm gonna update you guys on a current short that I am in, as well as we're gonna go back to the Discord and look at some of the things that we thought would play out, and we're gonna check in on them and see how they played out. But before we jump into it, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and click that notification bell so you don't miss any of these urgent market updates that we upload to the channel. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and jump into these charts so we can try to make sense out of this absolute monster dump. Let's get into it. So guys, some really important stuff to take a look at here and notice. We did lose our green dot on the weekly chart. This did not confirm. We did hang on to it for a while, but it did disappear, so this is a bearish sign, right? So with that weekly dot disappearing, it is feeling a little less bottomy than it was a couple of weeks ago, or even just a week ago. Obviously, we did have the 6-day and the 5-day printing those green dots. And if you guys watch the daily live streams, you will know that I was telling you guys that these were not looking like the strongest green dots, just because right as the VWAP came over, we printed that green dot and they did look like they were starting to turn over pretty quickly. And I was comparing them to this one here. You kind of see this VWAP come straight up, and then this one did look a little lackluster, kind of was flopping over as soon as it got over that zero line. So we were able to kind of see that coming. Now we are printing a red dot on the 6-day now. But even worse than that is the 6-day yellow X. This is extremely bearish. Not a good sign to see these yellow X's popping up on a high time frame like the 6-day. Now these yellow X's are actually popping up everywhere. We have one on the 5-day, we have one on the 4-day, and we have one on the 3-day. So you know, this is definitely very bearish. Now, if we come over to our Bitstamp chart so we can get a little more price history, if we go ahead and come back on the 6-day, you will see that we have actually never printed a yellow X on the 6-day chart. This is the first time. So this would be extremely bearish. Now, coming down to the 5-day, you will notice that the last time we got a yellow X on the 5-day was right before our big 50% capitulation. Now, this doesn't mean that this yellow X is definitely going to bring us down 50%, but this is a rare bearish signal, guys, and obviously the last time it happened was not good. This was, you know, I know a big question that a lot of people have been asking, especially on my stream, is are we gonna get another leg down before coming up? I know a lot of people thought that that golden pocket was the absolute bottom, and I even presented you guys with some theories that could have turned out to be true, supporting that golden pocket could be the bottom. But if you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you will know that I subscribe to the traditional Bitcoin cycles. You know, 63% down from the all-time high just didn't seem like enough pain for me. But nonetheless, this yellow X, you know, obviously did not play out well. And the next time, and this is the first time we're seeing one since then. So definitely could have the power to bring us down, in my opinion, between 25 and 50%. If we measure this out right now, we have already come down about 25%. So if this is not the bottom, I think we could come down another 25%, which roughly could bring us down, you know, all the way into the $15,000 or $14,000 range. So definitely a scary signal to be flashing on such a high time frame here for sure. But let's go ahead and move forward into a little bit of the shorter term here. Obviously, like I said, yellow X is popping up everywhere, and you guys will know, you know, I have been bringing this up on the streams lately. You want to keep things simple, right? You know, this was looking like a bear flag, you know, forming here on the 4-hour, was looking a lot like a bear flag, right? And you never want to overcomplicate things, and you know, bear flags break to the downside, and you know, here it is, pretty easily identifiable bear flag, break down to the downside. You know, I did talk about this on the stream, because you know, Bitcoin has been loving these bear flags and bear pennants, both bearish continuation patterns, and every time we've been seeing them pop up in the recent past, we've seen them you know, play out like they should. Now, I do just want to point out here, Now, last night I have been having internet issues at the home office, so I actually tried to alert our Discord about this, but it actually never went live, unfortunately. But last night at about 9 p.m., I did try to put in the Discord while we were hanging out at this yellow spider line here that I was alerting that we did have a low volume area, a big gap in volume right here in this white box. So I was saying if we did break into that white box, we would have a very quick dump down, might make a stop off at this green spider line, but most likely would be going down to this yellow spider line. And that is basically exactly what happened. We broke down into the white box, had a quick move down, obviously, because there was a big gap in volume. We talk about that a lot in my channel. Got a little bounce off that spider line and then dumped right back down to that yellow spider line that we're sitting at right now. So this was foreseeable, guys. We did get a yellow X here on the 3-day, obviously not confirmed, but I do believe this popped up about 2 days ago. So this could have been expected, but we did get that nice, really quick move. So I wish I could have gotten that out on the Discord, but my internet said nope. But now we are actually approaching another gap in volume here. Now, something really important to note here is we do have the 200-week moving average sitting at about 22,275. So if we do come down and touch that 200-week moving average, I would possibly expect a big bounce up. Nothing too crazy, but there is a likely chance that we would find some support on the 200-week. Now, I don't think that it is definitely a possibility that we could wick below this, especially with the way things are looking right now with these yellow X's popping up everywhere. Just to bring these up again, you have a third one printing on the 4-hour, and I mean, yeah, one on the 6-hour, and then you got them on the 3-day, the 4-day, the 5-day, the 6-day. So definitely looking very, very bearish. Now, shorter term, zooming into the price action here, we are currently holding this yellow spider line. If we break this spider line, I would expect a move, down to this area right here. This is where the volume starts to run thin, though. So if we do break in, I would look for a bounce off of that 200-week moving average, which is sitting near 22,300 or 22,275. But if we wind up breaking there, we could have a massive wick shoot through this low volume area, possibly before closing right back above that 200-week moving average. So you do definitely just want to remember that you don't have a lot of volume in here, so it could make for a pretty fast move down. You do have a couple spider lines, but as you can see in the first box, that spider line didn't do too much. So you just want to remember we could come through this box pretty quickly, just like we did on that first one I showed you guys. So the next levels I'm watching would be the top of this box and the 200-week moving average, about 22,275. And then under that, the next spider line is coming in at about 21,460, and then the one underneath that is coming in at about 20k, 20,050, or almost 20k even. So I'm definitely watching these levels for our next moves down if we continue lower. Right now, this 15-minute printing a little trigger wave, VWAP coming up. But let's go ahead and check on Ethereum, guys. Now, I do just want to pull up our Discord really quick because if we come to our Ethereum TA here, this is where I put my personal TA for everybody to kind of keep an eye on. This was the first thing we put in Discord on Ethereum on June 7th. I said ETH is looking pretty bad right now with red dots printing on the 6, 8, 10, 12, and 16 hour. It's probable that we come further down. To add insult to injury, we have blood diamonds printing on the 12 and 16 hour. If these blood diamonds play out like the last ones, it could bring us to the 1500s, right? Obviously, we saw that happen on Saturday. Now, I have also been talking about this on the stream, and I like to hammer this point home pretty hard because it's very, very helpful. I was mentioning on the stream that if we broke into this box, there was a big gap in volume and it could have made for a very, very quick move down, which is exactly what we saw. We saw a yellow X print at the top of this box and we got a fast move down. There was also not a lot of volume here either. I said if we broke down below this descending triangle, we'd get a quick move down to 1650, which is exactly what happened. We leveled off here, and then I said if we entered into this low volume area, we could see a quick move down to the 1500s, and this is exactly what we saw happen, right? And you also don't want to forget, right, this was easily identifiable, guys, because we had these blood diamonds printing on the 12 and the 16 hour. These definitely played out in a beautiful, beautiful way. You have to love Market Cypher. This is why I love Market Cypher. The signals are very reliable. So we were able to kind of keep an eye on this and expect this big dump to come down. Now, the next levels I am watching for Ethereum are going to be this $1,100 mark right about this white line here, as well as this golden pocket down here, the top of it being about $1,000. Now, I would expect some strong support at this golden pocket, but again, you want to be very, very careful in a bearish environment like this with the yellow X's printing everywhere. You want to be super, super, super careful. And then back to the Discord real quick, you will also see on Bitcoin, we were talking about this bear flag. I did point this out. I said that we were breaking out of the bear flag and bearishly retesting, which is typically not a great sign. And I said, this is why I love to keep it simple. We talked about this on the live stream recently. BTC has been loving bear flags and bear pennants. They are pretty reliable when you're on your way down in a bear market like this. Textbook breakdown and bearish retest of the bear flag right now. And if you come to the chart, obviously on Bitcoin, that is exactly what we got. Now, checking in really quick on the USDT dominance, obviously we have broken out of resistance and we are continuing higher. That is typical to see, when Bitcoin is dumping. So I did just want to touch on that. And now looking at the SPY, guys, on the lower time frames, we are printing blood diamonds. Blood diamond brings you all the way down. Next blood diamond brings you all the way down. Now, we are not that far away from our, our previous resistance or previous support line that we have been holding recently. We are pretty close to that at about 4.5% away. I do think there is a chance that we come down and test this in the near future. So keep an eye out for that. And real quick, guys, let's go ahead and check on my current trade. It is an Ethereum trade right here. We are up about 105%. Got up about $1,300, already locked in $232 in profit at about 2.5x leverage. So there you go. There's a little update on the trade. Looking pretty good. Probably actually gonna take a little bit of profits out of this as soon as I get off this this quick little video. But real quick, just to close, guys, levels for Bitcoin that I would be watching right now is you do have this yellow spider line coming in at about 23,100, and then this white box here starts at about 22.5. Then you have the 200-week moving average at about 22,275, and then if we break through that, I would expect price to start moving pretty quickly through this white box. And then on Ethereum, one more time, levels we're watching, about 1,100 right here is going to be the first level, and then our next level under there is a golden pocket at about 1,000. You also get that psychological support at 1,000, so it should be pretty quick. So guys, I think that's all I got for this video. I did just want to make this quick emergency market update. Obviously, I know there's a lot going on out there in the markets, and I just wanted to kind of keep you guys updated on what we've been looking at and also what we're looking at if we continue further down. As far as coming up, I'm really not looking at any targets on the upside. I'm going to be sitting out of any scalp longs until we could kind of stabilize here a little bit. So you guys got the price targets for the downside. These are the levels I'm watching. I will be in the Discord keeping you guys updated throughout the day, but make sure that you tune in for tonight's live stream at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be a really good show. We got a lot to talk about. I'm going to give you guys all the sauce on what I'm looking for my next trade, so definitely don't miss out on that. And with all that being said, guys, that's all I got for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Frankie Candles out.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor.